Greetings, programs. It's Super Kyle. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to service the rear suspension on an Arctic Cat ProCross chassis. If you find this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, please let me know by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Also, if you want to see more of me, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram at SuperKyle1616. Alright, spark plugs are back in. I'm going to focus on the rear suspension skid. Now, unfortunately, the jack is kind of in the worst spot ever. That's okay. So yeah, anyways, so this is going to be the same, well, similar process for all slide action rear suspensions. So that's your twin spar and your F series, your ProCross chassis, all three renditions of it, and your new Catalyst chassis as well. Are all going to basically be the same system. All right. So step one is going to be take these outer wheels off if you have the outer wheel kit, or if some already came with them. If you don't have the outer wheel kit, then it's just take these outer bolts out and then back off the track tension. What you're going to need is a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter socket. Probably can't see that, but focus. And a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter wrench. Okay, got the wheels off, got the track about as far as I can get it down. Next up, of course, hopefully you'd have got it in a better spot than I do, is take the springs, the prevention off the springs. For that, you're gonna need a 10 mil if you can find it, if you can find one. I know those things have a tendency to disappear. I don't know, I haven't lost that many. So I guess I'm the exception to the rule, and I keep track of mine. Also, you don't want the biggest pry bar you've got. I got a 36 inch, so, but if you don't have the 36 inch behemoth like I do, just use whatever one you've got. The longest one you've got, just you can kind of shove it in there to kind of brace the spring so it doesn't try to kill you or break your freaking hand when you take it off. Okay, got the supports out, and let's add that to the list of things to replace. Great. So now you got it like this. All you have to do now is take these bolts right out. Like if I had it higher, like a lot higher, I'd throw the jack underneath it. The track just to help support it, but I don't have that room. Or do I? You know, I will throw it underneath there just so I have something to support it. Finally got the rear suspension out. Now I get to have a look at what's going on. Oh shit. I don't care at this point. I just want to see. Okay. So, yeah, not too bad. Fair bit of life left in these, so that's good. I was worried about that. These are good, so they've actually. Oh yeah, I don't remember to talk about these on the Twin Spar chassis. All right, we got parts. Means we can get back to working on the Zelda. All right, we're gonna obviously start with the idler wheels because we're gonna a bunch of them sound like this. I picked it up, but that is not a good sound. So I'm using the outer. So we're gonna start off with the rear set, which I've never actually had to take these out of ProCross. I've never taken these out of a ProCross chassis before. So it's a little. This is a little bit of a learning experience. I mean, I thought they were just punched in, right? They're just kind of pressed on here. No, it looks like they're actually bolted together. So, yeah, you know, everybody learning today. All right, not that big of a deal, you know. Just 10 mil, 8 mil into the holes, back them out. All three of them. If I can get this on. Also, don't recommend using a impact gun on this sort of thing. These are a bit, plastic is a bit more temperamental than aluminum and metal. Oh, we have. Okay, so we got that. One. You know what thread size those were? I think we got it. Nope, we got it right. So we get them apart. Oh, okay, good. They everything pressed on. Okay, good. And voila. You have your idler wheels all disassembled. Yeah, they're not seized. Alright. So we got all our idlers, separated, finally. And now we're just going to take the time and punch them all out. Punch all the bearings out because they're kind of suck. Got, I don't know why they're tagged as Wolf Tech, but whatever. But we got brand new packet of bearings. Got a bearing race and seal pull. Well, we're just going to use it as a bearing basher for now. So yeah, so all you need to do in order to get these out are a pair of snap ring pliers. And grab a hold of the C-clips, or if you want to call them J-clips. Because of the word you say when these things go flying, it's up to you. I'm not going to stop you, but the technical term is C-clip because... oh, that's right. C. Giant C. Alright. Now, these rear ones... Now, the smaller ones, it's easy. Just put it over to vise and, you know, bing, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle. So I guess I have to do it this way. Okay, we can add this to another list, the list of complaints for the ProCross chassis that I have. Mental note. Anyway, so now we just open up the guys, make them handy. Make them handy. Put the new bearings in. So, but yeah, for now. Alright, so snap rings out. Where did I put my hammer? I just had it. Oh, there it is. Alright. So we've changed my mind. I'm going to go with this sort of grab, so that way there's nothing damaging it. So I'm just hoping this works and I'm right. And just break the wheel. Oh, working well. Nice. There's one. Yeah, probably a good idea to replace that one. All right. Yeet. That missed. Mint. Okay, so we'll just throw this on the outside. And here's the other thing too. You want to make sure you start off square these bearings or it's going to end up sitting funny. Maybe not. It's not too bad. There we go. And you put that down, you put your hammer down. Don't grab those, don't grab the big guys, grab the small ones. Small C-clip pliers. And close everything down. Make sure you're in the groove. See it all the way. And presto, you got it. I'm going to whip right through the rest of these. Probably, actually I might leave you on my head. Get that in my POV. All right, now we're back to where we started. Everything reassembled with all brand new bearings. And now there's no crunch. All right, gonna put the sled back together. Starting off with the rear suspension. All right, before we do that, we got to replace these suspension shackles. Actually, you can't really see on that one. Let me get the other one. As you can see, worn out. Alright, but these are pretty straightforward, especially if you're taking the rear suspension. Because step one is to remove the shackles from the suspension. We've already done that. Alright. Step two. Remove the bolt, nut, and bushing from the mount. Oh, and the washer. Washer did not want to come today. That's fine. Get everything together. Second step. Take your mount and toss it into the garbage bin. Next, open. Take an X-Acto knife. Or first of all, go to your near some parts store, or order them online. It's up to you, and get a pair of brand new mounts. Most important things, you gotta make sure you get the right ones, because there are two different types of mounts with Cat. They're the round mounts and then there's the square mounts. So you gotta make sure it matches to your coils. So I have one on me when I went to go pick these up. Got the right ones. So I'm gonna same thing again with the other one. So I'll show you cover with you this time. And So zoom on it. Okay, second step. Well, they aren't really directional. You just got to make sure that, well, they are directional, obviously. So you want this pointed up. They even make them dummy proof for you. I don't know. Yeah, see, the up arrow, word up. Wait, forgot. Scooby! And then take the bushing. If you want to clear it up, that's up to you. I'm not going to bother. Okay, don't do that. Don't drop it. I'll drop your new. No. Slide everything back together. And there you go. Let's repeat it again for the other one. Now slide everything back together. And voila. Two brand new spring mounts. Done and done. Alright, before we get too far in the reassembly, I want to take some time to educate you guys visually on what makes the ZR ProCross chassis, and well, honestly, any of the cats from the twin spars to today, different than most other snowmobiles out there. That's because of this. This was what makes a slide action a slide action. Actually, I'll bring this up again. Actually, I'll go through a whole rundown of important stuff. Actually, so you see, 2016, so the exact year, model year run of this snowmobile. I know it's in pieces, but whatever. I actually have a few things marked off to show that what's going on differently, or what makes these things different. So here's the slide action. So here's what Cat says about the slide action rear suspension. Race day technology has been brought to everyday performance. The slide action rear suspension maintains free acting. So what they mean by that is that the top mounted bolt, out of the way bolts, that guy, which is covered in belt shavings, which I'll get into, that's another story until it can rest easily and rise easily in here. Right, again, there's a whole video on Arctic Cat's YouTube channel, which I probably will attach. And while coupling under torque over bumps and during aggressive cornering and acceleration. So this thing, I don't know, they never really get into it, but I believe that they're trying to say is that this whole rear suspension so that it can actually turn with you in the turns. And so here's how it works. The rear transfer blocks are engaged. As the rear transfer blocks are engaged, the front arms follow the bump, keeping your skis firmly planted. It's the only suspension feature that has a U-shaped slot that fits over the fixed shaft to allow a crucial half-inch of sliding movement, slide action, hence the name. This significant details controls ski lift during acceleration. So this, and you'll see it this season, the skis when you're on good hard pack to stay in place. And so yeah, like what they said they have. I didn't realize it was that little. I haven't. I don't know. Things still rise like a flipping dream. I thought it was more than that. Anyways, so yeah, so that's the slide action. And I thought I marked it off. All right, here we go. This will be the one that'll show us the other side of it. Yeah. So then you got the float action, which is the other style, which is basically what the XF series, which is kind of more of the touring side of things, and the bit more the hybrid side of the snowmobile. Okay, so we got So this basically right here, I know it's a crappy picture, but this is basically what the Yamahas run here. This is what I'm running. Alright, so you got flash, and actually I think there might be a better in the... Oh yeah, and then another thing I'll get into is the air intake, how this thing's got like a million air intake ports on the inside. Here we go. Here's the float action. And you're like, yeah, same. I'm running the same rail, so that doesn't really matter. Float action suspension incorporates lightweight aluminum. So yeah, this is actually a bit of a better picture. So, although it is zoomed in, hang on, let me figure it back. So this is the float action. So this is basically what more conventional snowmobiles run, is where it's just basically that bolt holds that upper rail and permanently fixed, like it's permanently fixed. So the float action suspension incorporates lightweight aluminum axles, lightweight shock bushings, rail braces boost strength for jumping, rail cap wheels increase durability in all conditions. Okay, so that's not very informative, but that's basically the differences between these two sleds. Between the ProCross ZR or ZR and other snowmobiles. Alright, as you can see, we finally got the suspension back in her. Now we can get back to the fun stuff of anybody else with a new taller linear actuator. Should have gotten that one from the start. Now we have to focus on greasing this sucker up. Alright. Now. Here. Where the fittings are. It's actually funny because this one's actually. One thing I've noticed now a lot recently is that some people have been putting a lot less grease fittings in them. Used to be, you know, 6, 7, used to be a whole whack of them. Now there's only 3. Yeah, on this one, literally 3. You got 1, 2, and 3. That's it. None on the front. None on the very top. Nothing at the back. Just those 3. Easy peasy. Okay, now that's been done. Grease at all the points. Need grease. Now we can clear everything else out of the way, put it back down, put the whole thing forward, and then move it over so we have enough room to carry the rest of this stuff. Thanks for watching. Once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Insta at SuperKyle1616. Stay safe out there. End of line.